Is Flare taking XRP and DeFi to the moon? Let's go.
And now, the XRP Minute with Chip on the chain.
Chip here with the XRP Minute. If it's your first time here, like, subscribe, click that notification bell. That way you get a notification anytime Jeff or I drop a new video. Also, we have another channel. We stream live 6 days a week, Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m., Saturday at 8 a.m., and that's our schedule, easy enough to follow. Now, let's jump in head first into the shallow end for maximum impact. Want to jump into this one first. This is Matt Hamilton. Obviously, you know him at Hammertoe, and he is now with the Ripple team, Ripple X. He said today, actually, he's got the live stream. He has Lathan from Short the FOMO to chat about the awesome new visualization of the XRP ledger that he produced at 3xrp.dev. So he's going to take us in behind the scenes here, and this is pretty cool. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's going to be kind of hard to, but look at this. This is real-time payments around the globe. And here's what's cool. You can spin this puppy around. You can look all over the world. You can see where the payments are going. And these are the real-time payments right here. You can kind of zoom in on this. It's kind of wonky for me too, but if you zoom in right here, you can see all the payments going in real time. And this is kind of like Fiat Leak, but now we're getting a 3D representation of the actual globe and where the payments are going from, where they're streaming from. That's pretty badass in my opinion. Then we got this from Flare. Flare saying awesome to Alpha Oracle. At Alpha Oracle, #1 says, we are happy to announce our plans to be a signal provider to Flare networks. We'll be posting more information as we get closer to the launch of the Flare network. And this is just one more addition to Flare that is just phenomenal. And if we take a look at this right here, this was their actual tweet itself. They say, check us out at alphaoracle.io to stay in touch. And I pulled that website up. Let's take a quick little look at this. And again, they're going to be a Flare network signal provider. They're going to be delivering data to the decentralized. And if you follow us on the chain, you know we love decentralization. Compound your wealth. Now, this is something I think everybody is interested in. And this is one of the reasons that we're pretty excited about Flare coming up, and unfortunately, let me see if I can get that delay. I'm not going to be able to zoom it in. Alpha Oracle's goal is to help build your wealth and earn passive income, which we all love the idea of passive income. Sit around, earn money by providing accurate signals on your behalf to the Flare Time Series Oracle, while delivering a wide range of data onto the Flare network to drive the ecosystem of decentralized finance, gaming, real estate, and more. And delegating your signal vote allows you to participate in the network and compound your spark. And people like Mickey B. Fresh have covered this pretty extensively, and also several others in the space. And Flare community has covered it as well. So here it's cloud hosted sort of a scenario. And then when it comes to your delegation, it allows you to earn a yield on your native token. Obviously, it's the Flare token by giving an accurate pricing feed to the network. Your vote delegation is the process of allowing a signal provider, someone like Alpha Oracle, and there's going to be others as well, to provide those pricing feeds on your behalf while you maintain custody. Now, the cool thing here is that it sounds a little bit confusing, but basically you hold your custody of your Spark token all the time. And this is what's great about this sort of Flare network is you have it in your custody, and what you do is you delegate your vote, and you'll be able to select whoever you want to delegate the vote to. And I'm sure some of the rewards will change based on who the who the signal provider is. And applications built on decentralized networks benefit from accurate off-chain data. And this is really key. This is going off data for the information. The more types of data that flow on the network, the more utility it brings to its user. And then signal providers are these entities that bring off-chain data on the Flare network. Alpha Oracle is a signal provider looking to partner with businesses and developers to grow utility and build applications. Anything stored in a database is basically going to be off chain, right? So the blockchain wasn't really built to be able to house and deal with a lot of types of information. And this is something, again, another amazing project that's coming to Flare. And then I saw this: Coinbase adds Chrome extension for wallet app to improve DeFi access. Now, we all know that DeFi can be very confusing, especially if you're using some of those other browser plugins out there. The Chrome integration promises to make the baffling world of DeFi easier for mainstream crypto users, and I think we all can benefit from this. And again, so there you go. It'll work in conjunction with your Coinbase wallet. Now, if you don't have a Coinbase wallet, very easy to set up. And I got to tell you, it really works really well. I think it's one of the better wallets out there. I like that. I also like the Trust wallet. And but again, they're making it a lot easier to work with Coinbase. And you're probably going to see a lot more innovation coming out of Coinbase. Why? Because well, they're now raising. They're going to do a big raise, $1 billion plus raise, and they just went ahead in their direct listing to go public. Now, this aims to obviously make it easier to navigate DeFi, and those who basically employ the browser will be asked to verify transactions on their phone as a security measure. So you might initiate it from the web browser through your Chrome plugin, but you'll be able to go ahead and confirm it on your phone. And obviously, they're talking about how hot it is right now, and I wanted to get there to see, but yeah, so with Coinbase Wallet, the company describes it as a decentralized sibling to the more familiar exchange app. It's been around since 2018, but it required users to access the dApps, these which are decentralized applications from such places like Uniswap within the wallet app on their phones. So it's basically what they're doing is they're kind of catching up, and I have a feeling they're going to make it a little bit easier to use. Their senior product manager said that the wallet users can now use a one-time setup to access a variety of decentralized apps via Chrome, but he added users will also receive a notification to their phone asking them to verify the transaction. It's an important security measure that they're doing that. So unlike Coinbase main app, Coinbase Wallet is a self-custody type of a service. And this is the good news for DeFi in general. Gets it out more to the masses. Then Flare had this. Flare can make proof of work networks more energy efficient by allowing them to do so much more. This is an incredibly powerful statement because Flare is going to shake up the entire ecosystem. It's going to hit the ground running at 100 miles an hour because the whole idea of proof of work, obviously, when we look at the energy that's wasted, it's a very timely conversation, but right now, until Flare gets launched, I don't think people are really going to understand how important this statement is right here. And then we saw Craig DeWitt. Obviously, he's a senior product over at Ripple. Put out this interesting statement, and I like where he's coming from on this. He says, building versus trading in crypto. He says, trading so far has resulted in bigger, faster monetary returns for the most of the industry, right? Trading, you create monetary returns fairly quickly. Building takes time. It's painful. It's lonely without the promise of a big monetary return, but it's also a much better life. And this is what we talk about with projects is that there's so many people out there building, putting in 18 to 20-hour days, working their butts off with the promise of what? That they might potentially one day get it all worked out and have potential big returns, where trading is a whole different thing. So building, if you're going to become a builder in the space, Ivan on Tech talks about it all the time. Go out and take your idea and go out and build it, find the necessary people and build. Then we have this right here. Can Bitcoin replace the US dollar as the world's global reserve currency? No, it cannot. It's too slow. It's too, it's not ready for prime time. Satoshi's last remark was, I'll be right back. And then we never heard from him again. So no, it's not ready for prime time, but probably never will be. Then I saw this. Oh, look at the top 10 coins on CoinRank from May 17th. Ether, ADA, Solana, Polkadot, something called the Synthetic Network Token, Uniswap, Polygon, which is Matic, IOTA, Chainlink, and Hedera Hashgraph. Now, one of the most, the market's been up and down. And what's the one thing that's been pretty stabilized and has a lot of volume? XRP, not on here. Next. Then the FDIC wants to know more about use cases for crypto at U.S. banks. Now, if you don't know, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, better known as the FDIC, they went ahead and put a request out for public feedback on depository institutions. These are banks that hold crypto on May 17th. Now, the FDIC does insure bank accounts up to $250,000 per bank account. And this is obviously the federal government of the U.S. doing this. A lot of people have asked me, but Chip, does the FDIC, do they guarantee it? Well, the FDIC, right now, no, that's not a thing, but it could be in the future. So it's interesting that they're putting it out there. They want to know use cases. They want to know about custody. This is a really good sign. Otherwise, the FDIC's interest is broad in its scope, and the announcement calls for information on digital assets and payments, settlement, reserve holdings, custody, and investing at member banks. this is very positive for the industry. Let's see what, keep our eye on this one. Then we have this one over here, Sam I Am, Green Eggs and Ham. He says, now what will they come up with next? I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on. You see a guy, it's like, this is a video from I don't know, who knows, 1984 or something like that. Who knows when it's from? Yeah, 1984. This is how you check your email. Now, if you look at that device he's holding right there, that device used to be, the reason is see, this is how we build legacy stuff. Back in the day, you had a regular phone, so you'd take your phone off and you'd stick it in this device right here, and it would send the emitting tones through the phone line. That is really old thinking. Now we just go ahead and plug direct. This is pre-internet, right? This is, so that's how you would go ahead and you'd check your, I don't think you were checking email back then, but this is how you would connect. So what he's saying is, hey, what do they come up with next? This is the perfect example of the friction that used to exist in information access. Crypto and DeFi are removing that friction for money. That is the key thing. Crypto and decentralized finance, removing the friction. The same thing we had for the internet, the same thing we had that happened years ago. We are now happening with money. How radically different will our world be looking back 20 years when the friction is removed from payments? Kind of like the way we look back 20, 30 years right now. And then there's this one here. Let's see, there we go. One headline, two purposes. I love this. This is innovation from here's an ad from the MacBook. Light years ahead. Two different statements. Yes, it's light, it's portable, and it's years ahead. And read together, it reads light years ahead. This is very clever stuff, and it's exactly what we expect from Apple. What does it have to do with crypto? Absolutely nothing. Just thought that was interesting. And then finally, what do we have here? We've got something from Matthew Kobach. He says, become smart enough to realize how stupid you are. And this is an understatement, right? We have to know, we have to become smart enough so we actually know that we're not that smart, right? Because if you think you know everything, then you're probably not as smart as you think you are, right? It takes somebody who's wise to know that what you're missing at any given point. And the crypto industry is no different. DeFi is no different. Doesn't matter how much you learn. There's always an incredible amount more to go. I'm Chip. That's my take. Let me know yours down below. What did you think about this video? Like, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Chip out.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.